Let's go over the steps to operate the water heater. Starting with the tank style, ensure that there is water in the water heater tank. So how do you get water in there? Water will flow into the tank as soon as you activate the water distribution system by either city water or the onboard freshwater holding tank, with one important caveat: the bypass valves must be open. The water heaters have bypass valves that can be accessed from inside the RV or in the water base station that allow the user to shut off the supply lines entering and exiting the appliance. This is typically done during the winterization process. To fill the tank or to prepare the on-demand system for use, confirm that the bypass handles are in the normal use position and not bypass or winterization settings. Take a look around for your bypass handles so this task doesn't turn into a frustrating one later. If not located in a water base station, they are most likely on the back of the water heater or even under the bathroom sink. Although it is an option to fill the tank-style water heater using the water stored in the onboard holding tank, it's easier and smarter to save that water and use city water with a hose connection while you have access to it. Make sure the water is turned on at the hose bib outside, and then you will probably hear water filling in the tank. Turn on a faucet inside the RV on the hot water side only. When water comes into that faucet, the tank is now full and ready to begin the heating process. There is no need to fill the tank on the on-demand system because it doesn't have one. Open the service valve at the propane tank outside. Power the water heater on at the interior control panel. A reminder that the control panel is powered by the 12-volt DC coach battery. When utilizing gas mode, you might hear the ignition process occurring outside in the water heater compartment when the igniter is clicking to light the propane, and then you might also hear the sound of the flame when it actually lights. For the tank-style water heater, once the ignition process is successful, water will typically reach optimum temperatures in about 10 to 15 minutes. The on-demand systems will deliver hot water in seconds. If the ignition process is unsuccessful, you will see a fault light on the control panel. You can reset the water heater by powering it off, waiting a few moments, and power back on to begin the sequence again. Or if you suspect that you might be in propane lockout, refer to the steps from the propane module to remedy this issue. Here's some pro tips for operating the on-demand system. Heater activation is based on water flow volume and demand from the user. When one of the hot water faucets is opened and water flow reaches a preset volume per minute, this sends a signal to kick the water heater on. If the water flow volume dips below the preset gallons or liters per minute, a signal is sent to the system to shut the water heater off and preserve propane. The frustration of this nifty function occurs when the user is adjusting the hot water faucet handle in an attempt to change the water temperature, when in reality, they are adjusting the water flow, which in turn adversely affects the water temp. How can you achieve a satisfactory water temp in the shower? Some systems have a preset temperature of 120 degrees and cannot be adjusted at the water heater. Desired temperature at the faucet is achieved by mixing with cold water, not by adjusting the hot water faucet handle to a point where it shuts the water heater off. Some on-demand water heaters have an adjustable temperature thermostat, allowing you to find your sweet spot and eliminate this problem. Set it at your perfect shower temp, open the hot water faucet, and refrain from adjusting the handles any further. Should you leave the water heater on all of the time? The thermostat on your tank-style water heater is continuously attempting to maintain a specific temperature based on factory settings, whether you are using hot water or not. So if you need to conserve propane, then no. If you are using the water heater on 120 volt electric, it might not be as much of an issue unless you are exceeding your RV's power capabilities while using other appliances. The on-demand water heaters are meant to be left on as they are very efficient and do not light the flame unless there is a demand for hot water when a faucet is open.